reacting to Sarah Boone's police station interrogation from, what date was it? February 25th? I believe February 25th, 2020. And as a reminder, Sarah Boone is the one who called 911, said she put her boyfriend, Jorge Torres, into her suitcase, zipped him up in there, and then went upstairs to bed and came back 12 hours later, and he was dead in her suitcase. And then she claimed that they were having a drunken game of hide and seek when she did that.
Out of a suitcase, should they not
Oh yeah, and I was going to say that. If you want to see this video without my commentary, then I will pin it at the top of the comment section. So you can just watch it without me talking in it. But this video is a reaction video, so I'm going to be talking about what's going on here.
Well, eventually, I'm guessing. I mean, I'm blaming it on the wine.
Blaming it on the wine?
So you guys are like assuming that. You keep saying we're assuming. Well, we're not. We haven't assumed anything. But you guys are assuming that that's what I did.
No. By what?
Like this is
the facts of what happened. We got there. You said you pulled him out of a suitcase. You said you went up. You went to bed. We're not assuming that. These are the facts that you're telling us.
But
now
what you said is like, oh, I'm
them.
tired. Oh, I'm tired. Well, that's what you told me on a sworn recorded statement yesterday. Because when I said, oh, you went upstairs and passed out, you were like, no, I did not pass out. You got attitude with me because you were thought I was assuming that you were drunk. So that's an assumption. That was an assumption when I said you passed out. And guess what? You corrected me.
You were very adamant about the fact that both of you had your what's your favorite word to use?
Compass mentis.
Ooh, I'm ready for you today, Sarah. Here we go. I knew this was a Latin word. Remember me saying that her yearbook photo showed that she was in the Latin club in high school? So this is her word, compass mentis. Means having full control of one's mind. Sane, oh, that's one word that's never been used to describe Sarah. Are you sure he was totally compass mentis? Okay, well now we know what it means. Let's go back over here to the video.
You've used it today too, to say that you guys were within your wedge. There's two empty bottles of wine.
No, but we didn't drink both of them.
I think you did.
We didn't. There's receipts for the
They were
savings
both
back there.
purchased yesterday, so I don't know how you didn't, because they weren't there the day before.
The one was.
Two Publix receipts from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing purchased on either one was a single bottle of wine, two of them. So we have each bottle of wine that was empty in your garbage can that you purchased yesterday, or he purchased, but you two would have consumed together.
Okay, well, I mean, there's receipts, so it's not even worth the...
The look on her face. Oh my goodness. She doesn't even care when she gets busted in a lie. She's just like, what about it? But I really like their styles. Chelsea and Scott, they work really well together. They seem really supportive of each other. And he's got this very direct approach, you know, really down to earth, like just tell it like it is type of guy. I really like that style that he's got. And Chelsea, I love her style. I mean, actually I love both of their styles, but I think they're kind of equal to me. But Chelsea just looks like she cannot stand Sarah, and I think if I had been in that room, I'd be giving her the same look, because I can't stand her either.
So this is... So I don't know what you guys are... I don't know. We were just hoping that we could figure out why you...
What was the motivation?
There was no motivation. Wow.
Well, we're watching a video that, after talking to you, everything was laughing and fun. Now we're watching a video where it's not laughing and fun. He's begging for his life, and you are in a very angry voice telling him to fuck off.
No.
Yes,
Not.
that's absolutely what it was. It's not an assumption. The video's there. We played it for you.
Picture
Oh,
this.
no,
You're sitting
not
at home
another
alone
one.
watching YouTube videos, wondering why you can't find the motivation to do the
Stupid
things you need or
commercials.
want to do.
So you guys think that I intentionally...
You did. You got up off the couch
It doesn't
and
matter
walked
what
up
we
the couch, or walked up the stairs and got into bed. That was intentional. There's no way getting around that. You intentionally did that. Nobody drugged you up there. You didn't float up damn stairs.
Okay, well, it's not fair. It's not fair that you guys keep trying to say that that's what I did. I don't know what to tell you.
You told us that. You didn't go upstairs?
Again, there was a hole in a suitcase. I unzipped it from the hole with one finger.
Well, the damn hole didn't do him no good, did it?
But he could push it open.
Oh my goodness, Scott is really going after her. I love that. Oh my goodness. She is just totally not intimidated at all by these homicide detectives. I felt like I had something else to say, but I kind of lost it. So yeah, Scott says, you didn't float up the damn stairs, did you? Or, I don't know if he said the did you part on that, but he said, the damn hole didn't do him any good, did it? Rest in peace to George. I mean, definitely not laughing at him. Just laughing at this insane person.
Did he?
The video shows him pushing up. If he could push it open, why wouldn't he have gotten out himself? Why would he beg you to open it?
I tell you, he can't breathe.
Okay. If someone can do something for themselves, they're going to do it. They don't need assistance unless they need assistance. So, but why would he start doing it? Because he couldn't, because it was all the way zipped. Okay.
Didn't see it.
It wasn't. I intentionally didn't do it. That I intentionally did not do.
What's that? You didn't intentionally do what?
Zip it all the way. He nor I.
Nor I.
Well, he's dead as a result of your action. On each other. He is dead as a result of your action. I understand that. So, that's why
You two didn't lay hands on each other.
No. No. I don't have anything.
You're right.
He doesn't. Whatever that is, whatever it is.
He does.
See, this is what happens.
It's strange that she's pointing to where his injuries are when she's not supposed to know anything about it. And she's pointing exactly where he's got injuries. And to me, that's just an indicator that she does know where he's injured because she's the one that gave him the injuries. So she's pointing at his head and his shoulder area and neck.
Fair that you guys, just because he has those, automatically blame it on me. Like, well, what about when you had your injuries and he gets arrested? Is that not fair? Really? Like, really? Exact same thing. Really? He has injuries. You have injuries. Like, what does that mean? I don't have any injuries. Correct. Because he and I have not been at it with one another. So every time that you guys fight, you both hit each other? So you should have probably gone to jail all those times that he went to jail for domestic? Well, the one time I did. But he completely trashed the police report. Because that's nothing what happened. Because the reason why I got taken in was because my story was different than his.
Oh no, we've got the police body cam video. We heard the police lady tell you that you got taken in because you were fighting with each other and George had marks on him, especially around his neck, where he said that you had attempted to strangle him one of many times.
So I'm being portrayed as like this abuser. We're not saying that he doesn't abuse you.
Absolutely.
We're not saying. So I'm the one that's being portrayed as the abuser. Because I have never.
Well, yeah, I believe that you should be portrayed as the abuser because you're the one that's alive and you're the one that killed somebody. Allegedly, whatever. You admitted to it. You said you put him in there and zipped him up and went to bed.
I've never dealt with anything like this before. I don't know what to do, how to do it, and I...
Ooh, there's one of her famous sayings. I don't know what to do or how to do it. Now, we heard this when they asked her, why didn't you call 911 first? Why did you call your former husband, Brian Boone, before you called 911? She said, because I didn't know what to do. Then we heard Melissa, the property manager, saying that you came to her saying that George was beating you up or whatever you said, and you had never been in a situation like that, and you didn't know what to do. There's another time. Oh, yeah. When you're in court after you ran off 8 lawyers, well, 4, 5, 8, I don't care how many. After your many lawyers that you ran off, you were telling the judge, I've never been my own attorney. I don't know what to do. So, yeah, that's just something that you say. It's not true.
always know what to do and how to do it. This, I don't know. So I don't know, like, what's going on or, like...
We are simply trying to find out as well. Again, we got one side of the story. You're telling us we're going with what you're saying.
Okay, I'm going to rewind that because she said, I always know what to do and how to do it. But I like to hear that part all together. Let me see if I can rewind it. It's at 103 now.
Because he couldn't, because it was all the way zipped. Okay.
Didn't see it.
It wasn't. I intentionally didn't do it. That I intentionally did not do.
What's that? You didn't intentionally do what?
Zip it all the way. He nor I.
Well, he's dead as a result
Laid
of your
hands
action.
on each other.
He is dead as a result of
I
your
understand
action.
that.
So,
That's why
You two didn't lay hands on each other.
No. No. I don't have anything.
You're right.
He doesn't. Whatever that is, whatever it
He
is.
does.
See, this is what happens. It's not fair that you guys, just because he has those, automatically blame it on me. Like,
well,
Where
what
else
about
did he
when
go?
you had your injuries and he gets arrested? Is that not fair?
really? Like, really?
Exact
Yeah.
same thing.
Really?
He has injuries. You have injuries. Like, what does that mean?
I don't have any injuries.
Correct.
Because
So
he and
nothing
I
happened to
have
you.
not been at it with one another.
So every time that you guys fight, you both hit each other? So you should have probably
No.
gone to jail all those times that he went to jail
No.
for domestic?
Well, the one time I did. But he completely trashed the police report. Because that's nothing what happened. Because the reason why I got taken in was because my story was different than his.
Not true.
So I'm being portrayed as, like, this abuser.
We're not saying that he doesn't abuse you.
Absolutely.
I am.
We're not saying.
So I'm the one that's being portrayed as the abuser.
Darn right.
Because he
I have never dealt with anything like this before. I don't know what to do, how to do it, and I always know what to do and how to do it. This, I don't know. So I don't know, like, what's going on or, like...
We are simply trying to find out as well. Again, we got one side of the story. You're telling us we're going with what you're saying, but then we find stuff that negates what you're telling us.
And I don't even remember doing that.
Okay. You're telling us that we're assuming stuff, but what we're simply doing is telling you what we saw in the video and
I
repeating what
understand.
you told us.
I understand. Because I don't remember that.
Okay? Doesn't mean it didn't happen just because you don't remember it.
So is the texting thing something about me? Like, what's...
So what? Texting? Oh, no, I'm texting.
No,
You guys are scaring me, so, like, I don't know.
The audacity of her asking about who they're texting and about what. I would just tell her, hey, it's none of your business. You're the one that's being questioned here, not us. Oh, my goodness.
Like, what to expect. I mean, I had questions of things that need to be taken care of. Like, I don't...
What are your questions?
I have one last question. You realize you're the person that killed him, right?
I thought about that.
Okay, you left him in a bag when he's begging you, saying, I can't breathe, let me out, and you said, fuck you. And you got up off the couch and went upstairs and left him in that bag.
Not
Intentionally.
intentionally.
Again,
I would never do that to George.
you did.
Not
intentionally. Know that.
I
I
don't.
don't.
Know that.
You got up and you went up to bed.
Alcohol is a shitty thing. It's alcohol. Not, again,
The reason that you killed him?
you all,
Please sit down.
listen to me.
Please sit down.
You all, listen. I did not intentionally kill him.
So your intention.
I don't know what it is I need to do or how to do it or what to say or how to say it.
But what was your intention?
Everyone knows. Everyone knows. Everything that I've done for George and love him and continuously helped him throughout his life with me.
No, everyone does not know that, Sarah. Me probably being the main person that does not know how great of a person that you are. Or all the wonderful things that you did for George. I mean, he's dead because of you. How wonderful are you when the person that you're supposed to be doing all these wonderful things for is dead because of you? Not wonderful. You're not the perfect person that you would like to believe you are.
And made him a happier, better person.
Oh yeah, real
Everybody
happy
has
now.
their
Everyone knows that.
Everybody has their limits.
So it's like, okay, so while we're in a good place right now, I'm going to snap? Is that what it, while we're in a good place right now?
You did.
Absolutely. I got you on video screaming, "Fuck you."
This is what it feels like when you're choking me. This is what it feels like.
Which was however long ago. You said.
Videos was from last.
Yeah, however long ago was it, Sarah? I mean, you've only known the guy for 2 years. 2 years and a few months. So it wasn't very long ago. To me, 2 years and a few months is not very long. So, yeah.
Clearly,
So it wasn't that.
inside you.
Yeah.
there's still feelings towards it. You wouldn't say it if you didn't feel it.
But I would never do that.
But you
it
did.
happened, and you did.
But you
But
did.
that's after being playful
But no one's
and
laughing.
having a good day.
No one's laughing except.
Do you notice that she leaves out the most important part of the story of the day? Yeah, they might have been playful at the beginning of getting drunk, but it turns violent at some point, and she leaves that part of the story completely out, just like we see her doing all the police body cam videos of the 16 times. Of course, we didn't see 16 body cams, but we saw a bunch. All the times that she called the police on George, she left out very important parts of what happened, especially the parts of her being abusive, physically abusive to George. The things that she did to him, nope, she don't want to talk about. So she said, we were having a really good day, but then we drank too much and it turned bad. You know, then that would be somewhat of an explanation of his injuries and stuff, but oh no, she just wants to lie.
Everybody's having a good day. Oh, I'm sorry?
I would hate to see a bad day.
Y'all are making me out to be a person that I'm not.
No, we're just exposing the person that you are. But yeah, I love that when he said, I'd hate to see a bad day. I mean, I think all of us were thinking that when she was saying, oh, it was a great day. But to me, anytime that there's someone missing or dead and the person possibly responsible is saying, oh, this person had a great day, you know, it's like a red flag for me. Because I just think about so many different people that were having a great day. Sebastian Rogers had a great day the day that he went missing, or the day before. Tylee Ryan, Lori Vallow's daughter, you know, she went to Yellowstone National Park and had a great day before she was killed. I mean, I actually have a whole bunch of examples. Oh yeah, the little girl, Madeline Soto, she also had a great day before she was killed and had her birthday party. So anytime that they say that the person that died or went missing had a great day, you know, my ears kind of like, uh-oh, something's wrong here.
Or will I ever be?
Or are you a different person when you're drunk?
It depends.
People have different personalities after they consume alcohol.
It depends. It's like it's
Well, because you're sober now, so sober you.
Nice
Well, what
person,
about drunk
easy
you?
going.
Not. It's both of us. It's both of us. And it's not fair that you all are assuming that the marks that he has on him are from me.
We asked you where they came from.
I have no idea.
Well, nobody else was there, so nobody else was
I have no idea. I swear I did not lay a hand on him.
Okay. You just zipped them in the back.
Nor he.
You just zipped.
I don't think the detectives ever accused her of laying a hand on George. I haven't heard that part. Maybe I didn't listen well enough, but I've listened to this at least 100 times. So I think if they were saying that she put the marks on him, I would have heard it by now.
In the bag. And then you flipped the bag around several times.
I didn't do that intentionally.
You didn't intentionally flip the bag around?
No. Why would I do that?
Well, you
Good
told us
question,
you
you
did.
did.
When he was upside down.
Right.
Well, you had to put them upside down.
You can't get in a suitcase upside down because the
Oh my gosh.
you put the
See,
stuff
and that's the
in where his
unfortunate.
body was.
That's the unfortunate thing
Was
too
upside
is
down.
nobody else was there. That's the
We have a
unfortunate
video
thing.
showing the suitcase in several different positions. So it shows, one, like she just said, it had to been on its back with the lid open for him to get in there, for you to zip it up. Then it shows it on the other side with him in it, so you had to flip it to there. Then there's another video where it's on its back again, so you had to flip it to
I'm
there.
leaving it like this, please. I'm leaving it like this. I did not intentionally do this. No malicious content or effort was towards this. No malicious.
I would
I'm
say
disappointed
this does
too.
help you sleep, but you're not sleeping, so.
I mean,
Last night, I maybe got an hour.
Right.
in your voice, you can hear the maliciousness. The fuck you is very, very...
You don't talk to people like that. That's not like a common like,
No.
hey Scott, fuck you.
Thank you.
That's not common.
Sorry I shook the phone, but that's so funny when she says that. Hey Scott, F you. And I can just imagine these two working together and passing each other in the office and saying, hey Scott, F you. And then Scott saying, hey Chelsea, F you too. That's just how my mind works. I just envision these funny things happening.
It's not something people do. And no one that sees that is going to think that.
Okay.
So we were trying to give you an opportunity, and it is what it is.
There's no maliciousness towards
Okay.
that.
So I would probably be telling myself that too
My
after that video.
intent was not for that to happen.
But you went upstairs and went to bed. Or maybe you passed out, I don't know. Whichever.
Waiting for him. And the whole time frame thing, it's like,
Okay, so to me, every time she said that she was waiting for George to come up to bed is her admitting that she had no intention to let him out of the suitcase. So she's just saying that, yeah, I went up to bed, and while I went up to bed, I was waiting for him to get himself out of the suitcase and come up to bed. So to me, every time she says that, she's admitting, yes, I did leave him in there because either I was thinking or hoping or whatever that he would get himself out.
Regardless,
that's not really fair.
Regardless, waiting for him, it's not like you walked up the stairs. You can't fly up the stairs. No one can take you up the stairs.
Okay.
You go up the stairs, you lay in the bed, and you wait for him. Who cares if it's 5 minutes? Who cares if it's 30 freaking seconds? He's begging for his life. He's begging to get out. You go upstairs.
You leave them.
It doesn't matter. So get the time frame out of your mind. It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because
There's
this. So
Okay, and to me, this is another admission of guilt when she says, it doesn't matter what I say because you got proof against me here in these videos that I took. You got proof showing that I killed George. That's what I think she's saying. I think she's admitting to guilt right there.
it doesn't matter anything what it is I say. So it makes no difference whatsoever.
It's just you're lying and like you're now
She's
changing
lying
your
about
mind.
Ralph.
What?
You're now you're a drunk.
There's another famous one-liner of Sarah's. Who's lying about what? I love that part. I tried to say it with her, but I was off a little. Okay, we're at 109.
Or maybe you passed out. I don't know.
Waiting for him. And the whole time frame thing, it's like, regardless, that's not really fair.
Regardless, waiting for him, it's not like you walked up the stairs. You can't fly up the stairs. No one can take you up the stairs.
Okay.
You go up the stairs, you lay in the bed, and you wait for him. Who cares if it's 5 minutes? Who cares if it's 30 freaking seconds? He's begging for his life. He's begging to get out. You go upstairs.
You leave him.
It doesn't matter. So get the time frame out of your mind. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because there's this. So it doesn't matter anything what it is I say. So it makes no difference whatsoever.
It's just you're lying and like you're now changing your story.
Lying about what?
You're now you're drunk.
See, if I would have been interrogating you, Sarah, I would have leaned forward, looked you in the eye, and say, you're lying about everything. That's who's lying about what.
Oh, I never said that I was drunk.
Exactly, but you did here today.
Nope.
That's okay.
You said earlier.
Everything recorded.
Alcohol.
You blamed it on the alcohol.
You blamed it on the alcohol. Alcohol does a lot to people.
Yes, but I never said I was drunk.
Okay.
Nope.
You did.
So you did this sober.
Yep.
You knowingly left him down there sober.
I have already told those of you also that we were both drinking.
Right.
Okay.
But you want to admit that you were drunk?
I'm telling you all both. This has changed my life. I will take this. I don't know.
Yeah. That's a true statement.
Absolutely. But you're trying to dance around the fact that
But what are you? Okay, just.
You left him in there. Trying to dance around the fact you left him in there.
This is not.
You didn't leave him in there?
It's not cool. Like, this is not cool.
It's not cool.
That is.
He's dead. It's
But
not
you
cool.
think that I did that intentionally.
Yep.
You think that I did that intentionally.
Yes.
You intentionally left him in there and left the room. You went upstairs to a different room.
You intentionally did that.
You did.
Yes.
Because I'm thinking he's going to get out.
Okay, and he didn't.
Obviously not.
When somebody's begging, saying, I
But
can't
when you
breathe.
say that, though, but you have to.
Please let me out. I can't
Y'all
breathe.
don't know George, though. Like, again, I thought it was the boy crying wolf. So it was just like, what?
Oh, so if your son...
Okay, so it came to my attention that some people don't know what the story is of the boy who cried wolf. And I'm not sure exactly either, but from my memory of the story, it goes something like there's this boy that lived in a village, maybe, and he would play a joke on the other villagers, and he would run out and say, wolf. He would say, wolf, wolf. You know, there's a wolf coming, and everybody would scream and run and try to run for safety, and then he would just die laughing. You know, well, not literally die, but he would laugh over everyone getting scared and running. And he kept doing it, kept crying wolf, and he got to the point where no one believed him. And so one day there was really a wolf that came, and no one believed him. He was telling everybody, a wolf, and no one believed him. I believe that in the story, the boy gets eaten by the wolf. I need to look that up and find out what's the true story. But it's something along those lines. He kept saying there's a wolf, and everyone believed him, and it wasn't true. It was a joke. And then eventually, when there really was a wolf, no one believed him. And he needed help, and he couldn't get it. So how would that scenario apply to George? So every time George got in the suitcase, he said he couldn't breathe, is what that would have to mean. And so Chelsea said, well, he's never been in a suitcase before, so how would he always cry wolf or say he couldn't breathe if that's the first time he's ever been in a suitcase?
There and said, I can't breathe. Are you going to open it, or is he 9, so he's not,
Really?
It's not a big deal. I'm just valid question.
Oh, you said you would never put your son in a suitcase. You would only put George in there.
No, George got in a suitcase.
Oh, change my story.
Wrapped it up.
Not all the way and not intentionally to leave him there.
But that's what happened. But you keep going away from it.
I don't know.
That's exactly what happened. You went up to bed, woke up the next
Are
day.
you all trying to have me admit that? Like, are you trying to have me admit that? Because I will never admit it because it's not true.
Well, no, not necessarily. We're not trying to get you to admit that because we have proof that that's what happened. You recorded it. So, no, you don't need to admit it. We have proof.
It's not true.
I'm basically stating as a fact because that's what happened.
Okay.
You videotaped him asking to be let out. You go upstairs.
So what, guys? So what? Like, just, I don't know what you want me to say other than it was not out of maliciousness or intentional. I don't know what or how I can say it. I love George. Love him. To this day, still. Love him.
Okay, we all have to comment on that. He's been dead for 1 day. Or 1 or 2 days. Maybe a day and a half at this point. I think this was on the 25th and he died the night of the 23rd. So, by her saying, still to this day, I love him. You know, please. I don't even want to hear it. It's just some nonsense. What about the people that loved him his whole life? Like his parents and his kids' whole lives. That's what's important.
Love makes you do crazy.
It's not one of those things where it's like, oh gosh, you know what? I've done enough for you at this point. I never gave up on him.
Okay.
Why I'm here today.
Oh, I think you did enough for him. You did way more than enough for him.
I'm still not giving up on him. I would do anything for him.
Well, you gave up checking up on him.
I wouldn't let him out of a suitcase.
Oh gosh.
That's one of my favorite lines of his. She said, I would do anything for George. And Scott says, you wouldn't let him out of a suitcase. And that is so true. I'm so glad when someone tells her the truth. She doesn't like to hear the truth. And common sense stuff, she doesn't like to hear that either. She likes to hear nonsense. And she likes to talk nonsense too. Say nonsense. No, you wouldn't do anything for him. You wouldn't even let him breathe.
Okay.
We're simply just trying to go through. I mean, again, you gave us a completely different story that you churched up to. This was such a lasting matter.
It was fun.
Not by that
All
video.
day.
Not by that video. That
All
part
day.
wasn't.
If it was fun all day, then why did the neighbors hear you yelling and arguing and stuff being thrown down the stairs? And how does George have all these injuries all over his body?
Anybody look at it, I don't think anybody would look at that video and go, George is having fun right now.
So why is it you all think that y'all don't know me, you don't know me,
Nope.
would do something like that, especially having a 9-year-old son?
I don't know.
Like, why?
Why would you think I did what I did? Especially having a 9-year-old son. What would be my motivation for killing my boyfriend when I have a 9-year-old son? Well, let me tell you what. You have spelled it out on police body cam video that you feel like you can't have your son there when George is there. Well, what was it that you said? He's a volcano. He's going to erupt. You can't get Lucas because George is in a bad mood. So, yeah, I do believe you would do this because you had a 9-year-old son. You know, at least I think you would use that as an excuse.
But 9-year-old son wouldn't be.
Like,
Why are you so like caught on what we think?
Yeah.
When
Because
you should be more
like
concerned about what you've told us.
It's because
And
like you guys are like trying.
The things that the video shows that are opposite of what you told us, and then what you've now
Like
told
what
us
is opposite?
Well, you said that it was funny, and you're the only one laughing.
We were playing before that.
Okay.
But then it stops.
We were playing before that. Well, you didn't say what happened after that, did you? You just said it was fun all day. Now you're saying before that? Before what?
It obviously stops being fun.
Well,
Because you're screaming at him. He's
I'm
begging
not
to get
screaming
out.
at him.
Sounds like screaming at me.
I don't know what you all want me to tell you. In no way, shape, or form was this intentional. At all.
Yes, it was.
Ever.
Okay. Are you still going to allow us to do your fingernails?
Go for it.
Go for it? Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to get that set up.
Chelsea's had enough. She just got to get out of there. And I feel her pain. Sarah's exhausting.
Do you need any more water? No, but when you come back and I ask about this?
Yeah.
So what?
Just don't understand.
So it
I
was.
don't understand how your story changes so much to the
How
fact
is it changing? Please help me explain. Understand.
You went on about how this was such a playful thing and you guys were laughing, and it probably was for a few minutes, but then it obviously changes. The whole demeanor of this whole situation completely changes. It's not the funny, laughing matter. He's not laughing at all.
I didn't think he was being serious.
You absolutely sound serious.
I
You're
didn't think
answering
so.
that.
Like, just.
You don't think your voice, you sounded serious?
It's okay. I don't know what you want me to tell you. It was a great day.
Okay.
It didn't end well,
I
obviously.
was going to say, that's, I mean,
I can't explain to you. I can't explain to you how horrific it was
okay.
to find him. Horrific. Because I don't remember taking those videos.
Okay.
How horrific.
If you hate
Oh,
wearing
no,
bras,
another-
you should try me instead.
Another
I'm the
stupid
Under
commercial.
Outfit wireless bra.
Hold on.
I'm thinking he's in the bathroom. I'm thinking he's downstairs in the laptop.
No, you
I
weren't.
can't find him.
You knew exactly where he was.
So what's going to happen?
Yeah, you,
Here's what gets me, though, is you don't remember taking videos, you don't know where he is, you don't remember him being in the suitcase, and you're still telling me that you had your wits about you. How does someone have their wits about him when...
See, that's the
they
thing,
have all
too.
this
But
stuff?
you can clearly tell. You can clearly tell that I had been drinking some. You can clearly tell.
I had several people that came up to me in that apartment complex said that you were drunk on a daily basis.
Oh,
You were
my
screaming at
gosh.
him
Right,
regularly.
right.
Really?
Right. Talk to the property
Really?
manager. Talk to the property manager.
Okay.
Because it's not.
These are your neighbors, the ones that live next to you. Your property manager does not live next to you. They see you every day. How many?
Oh my
You had two neighbors you went
gosh.
to and asked to go
See,
use
that
the
is just
restroom.
not
and they said
fair.
no. Hold on. You had two different neighbors that lived directly next to you. You asked to use the restroom and they told you no and turned you away. You had to go across the way to somebody else.
No, okay. Kim and Eli, Kim is not a nice person.
Okay.
She's just automatically not nice. Even after me and Lucas went over there and introduced ourselves, she's just not a nice person.
I'm
Then
not
why would
nice
you think
either,
she would let you
Sarah.
use the restroom?
To you.
Because Eli was in there. Eli comes over and talks to us sometimes, which I think pisses Kim off because he comes over and talks to us. The two of them, they're like super standoffish all the time. My neighbors down the street, down the way, their toilet was broken. They had stuff in the bathroom. So then they're like, go over there and try over there.
There's two bathrooms.
I
So
wouldn't
both
let
are
somebody go
bathrooms.
upstairs and use my personal bathroom. That's what the
Really?
downstairs one is for.
If it's somebody you like, would you? Somebody you knew?
They're in the process of doing all this stuff in the kitchen, and there's stuff in the bathroom, and the toilet doesn't work. Just walk across the way, no problem. And of course they let me in. Them and them, they're together. They're families. And nonetheless, it you really want to know, and I hope it doesn't get them in trouble, but he is over here illegally. So he's trying to work on getting his green card.
What does that got to do with you using the restroom?
I'll tell you what it's got to do with it. I want you to look at someone else and not me. I'm ready to go home. I told you this was not intentional, so you just need to let me go home. Go get these other people that are here illegally. Don't mess with me. I gotta wrap this up soon.
They didn't want to be involved.
Should I use yours? You gotta use yours.
No. I was asking last night because, we had several different people in the
Assuming
neighborhood
that
come up saying
Eli and
she
Kim.
was drunk on a regular basis.
Eli and Kim. Okay. Did you ask Vinny next door?
Those are the ones next door that she asked to use the restroom, and they said no.
No, she said no.
Okay.
And like I said, she's not a nice person.
They're coming. What are your questions?
Yep.
I can help you out.
All right.
She's coming.
Here is a good place to end it. So Sarah's asking Chelsea, who's coming? And she said, the person that's going to get your underneath your fingernails. Okay, so I'm going to stop it here. This is a good stopping point because she's about to get her questions that she brought with her up there. And it's something to talk about for sure, her questions. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go over where this video came from. So from this channel, Law and Crime Interrogations, and it's called Full Police Interrogation of Accused Suitcase Murderer Sarah Boone. So I will pin that at the top of the comment section. So that's the end of this video. Oh yeah, let me know what you think. I mean, do you have any favorite parts of this interrogation video? Because I have so many favorite parts. It's crazy. This is one of the best interrogations I've ever seen. And these are probably the best interrogators that I've ever heard. I absolutely love every minute of this. It was just wonderful. And I can't wait for the jury to see it. If it ever goes to trial, which I'm not convinced of. Okay, well that's the end of the video, for real.